Hey guys, Passive Gaming right here, right now, bringing another video. Today with Chico? Checo? How do you pronounce it, bro?
Depends on who's pronouncing it, but yeah, it's Checo in my language. So yeah.
Checo, okay. And he's currently D4, going for Master, hopefully Grandmaster. And sorry, what language is that?
French.
Oh, French. Okay. But we'll do the session in English.
Yeah. Absolutely no problem with that.
I do speak a bit of French, but not well enough to actually coach someone, and not this early in the morning. So what do you start and why?
I usually try to start with Chain Vest because I really like starting with defensive items, and Bramble Vest is pretty good nowadays because of Katarina's Forcers, and well, it's pretty good overall, I think.
That's exactly what I've been doing, so yeah, completely on board. And also, if you start Chain or Belt, you can play any comp. So like if you start Rod or Sword, you're maybe leaning more towards AD or AP. Defensively, you can play any comp.
Yep.
So checking mutants, good. It's garbage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so far so good. You don't need to play two Camille's, but you always want to pick her up, so it's fine. In case you would hear you by the Singed, hopefully. Okay, good. This is okay. So this is based on lobby strength and based on how comfortable you are playing a strong board. Item grab bag guarantees you more wins. Dominant guarantees you more gold if you know how to be aggressive.
Okay.
That's just something to consider. Like, it's like you pay gold up front. So ideally you go level 4 on 2-1, level 5 on 2-2, and you try to win as much as you can. And it's risky. Of course, it's risky. Like, I'm not saying always pick it, but like if you have like right now you hit 2-star Camille. Like if you have something, obviously if you're like a 2-star unit, if you have something relatively strong, or you have at least like a good item you can slam, which you don't right now, sometimes consider dominance. Because I've had a lot of luck, like getting easy top 4s based on power leveling to 5 to 6 and to 7, and then just slowly kind of bleeding off later in the game. But by having dominance, you can get a lot of gold, especially if there's people who are playing weak boards, which typically in like Diamond or even in low Master, people play weak boards. So if you shit on those boards, you get a lot of extra gold. It's just something to consider.
Alright, gotcha.
On guard is very specific. Like item grab bag is by far the best here, closely followed by dominance, and on guard is too specific. You get locked into challenger, so you shouldn't pick this as your first augment unless you're one-tricking challengers. So yeah, it's item grab bag. Zephyr's okay. Okay. Here, you definitely don't need to sell the Singed because you're guaranteed gold. You are aware of that, right?
I actually am not, so yeah.
So you're guaranteed, I think, like I'm not gonna lie, I think it's 6 gold guaranteed. It's either 6 gold or like 4 gold and an eco or some shit like that. Like 6 gold, either in units or in actual gold. Typically you get 2 components and 6 gold. And sometimes there's like some balance where you get only 1 component and more gold, or no components and even more gold, and like some mix and match. And sometimes you get an ecos, which is just a grief. But typically you always get gold. So you haven't gotten any gold, so you're guaranteed gold here. So the reason why I don't care about the Darius pair is because you already have extreme, like the best frontline, which is Camille. So typically you want to play Camille with, I guess, Innovators most of the time, because it like the Clockwork is Zillion. There's a nice overlap, and then you have like other good units.
Alright.
But like playing Camille 2 and Darius 2, it's just like you have a lot of frontline, but if they have a good DPS carry in the back and you cannot get through their frontline, you just lose. So yeah, and also the gold thing. So yeah. But I guess yeah, the morale for the TF, that does make sense. That is the most summonable item. So you should
Yeah,
you
I
should
think-
get. Yeah, sorry.
I think that's why I sold the Singe to get the TF, because
And there's your
Halton,
6.
don't know
Okay,
vision a lot,
5
so-
gold. There's your 5 gold. It's not 6, it's 5. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're playing aggressively. This is fine.
I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna
You're
lose
scouting.
there. so-
Nice. There aren't. Oh, there's a blitz, by the way. So you should put something. Oh. Why did you put it on right away? You could have put it on the Vex, no, as well.
I'm not exactly sure what was my thoughts back then, but I felt like I could afford to sell the Darius to switch it back to another unique later on, because as you said, I don't get anything from the Darius rally, so I was one baiting the Blitz hook and then trying to snipe the unit at the back.
Okay.
And I'm not sure, because I wasn't sure if I was going for AD or AP comms, so I don't usually like to slam item on Vex, because maybe there's a lot of time I do tunnel vision a lot on best in slot items, so yeah, that's why I didn't put it on
fair
Vex
point.
specifically.
Fair point. Fair point. This is a little frustrating. I'm surprised that you lose here, but I think it's about the like if you put the Darius, if you ignore the Zephyr and you just put the Darius behind the TF, it protects the TF from blitzes on this side, and it protects it from assassins.
Okay.
Like you have 3 frontline units, right? 3 frontline units, yet your carry's dying. There's something wrong with that. That should not be happening. Because you lose this because your TF dies. Like if he spreads Morello more, if he does a little bit more damage, you win this. But you lose this because of positioning.
Alright.
And that's like the issue, like I mentioned, too much frontline, not enough backline. Yeah. No, we're not never. Please, okay. Okay, this is Zilean 100% of the time, no?
Well, looking at that, yeah, but there myself was to go even more frontline, so get Leona in next turn and going out with that. And what happened is that I lacked damage because I had no backline. So yeah, I had an Israel last shot, a Singe and a Zeal in there, so definitely that was a good choice.
But Zilean is clockwork. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
This is no Synergy Chaser, it's clockwork. And why is Zilean one of the most broken units?
I guess just because of the stun, it's pretty damn good.
And what does he stun?
The nearest enemy, I believe.
Correct.
Not sure.
So if assassins jump, he's always gonna stun the assassins. So that's why, like in this meta in particular, Zilean is extremely good, because he will peel off any assassins that jump on you.
Okay.
So, but when are you going level 5? You're playing Leona like way later, right?
Well, if I remember right, I played Leona at level 5, so...
But it's like at least like 3 rounds from now. 1, 2, 3.
I believe it's right after Carousel, but...
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, and the 3rd round. But like what I'm saying is the Zilean also gives you more backline damage. It also gives you clockwork. It just way better. So.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
At least you have a good Zephyr snipe. That's good. So, like, I mean, yeah, you have infinite frontline against normal comps. At least get the Zilean. Okay, so buy your shops. That's one of the things, like, that's easiest thing to improve. If you have gold, just buy something. Obviously, Zilean would be the best thing to buy, but, like, just buy anything, okay? Because it leaves you more options if you just buy something.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even if you hit a Twitch 2 or a Singe 2, you just play that. Like especially on stage 2. it's not very smart to just like leave your gold floating. Because like some of my strongest boards were literally like 2 brawlers, a Singed, a Camille, and like another unit that had no synergies. But it just because everything was 2-star, I was win streaking like crazy. See, you're buying stuff. Good, good.
Yeah, I usually buy stuff, but I don't know what. I don't know what item there.
So this is kind of personal preference for me, so I think you should do it as well. But like, figure out what standalone units are strong, and just buy those units. So like, for example, what do you think is the strongest standalone 2-cost that you can add to any comp?
2-cost unit. I'd say, well, Zidane, as we said.
Yeah.
Quinn is also good, just because of the CC. Well, depending on the lobby, if it's only casters, it's a bit wasted, but overall it's pretty good. 2-cost. Well, that's the first 2 that comes in mind.
What about Talon? Talon almost always gets a kill.
True, that's true.
So like that's a unit, like if you see it in the shop, you pick it up because it almost always gets a kill, so it's useful.
Okay. Good to know. I don't usually run Talon one, so that's good to take out.
Oh wait, what the hell? What happened here? Oh wait. So we bought the, or it just bugged out. It bugged out. Okay, I saw you buy the Caitlyn. Oh, there's the Caitlyn. So you have Caitlyn MF, by the way.
Yeah.
That kind of solves your whole no backline issue, by the way. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Yeah. Caitlyn MF. Caitlyn MF and bodyguards and a Camille. Like you can play 2 bodyguards, 2 snipers. And that's like an easy cruise through this stage for sure, and probably half of stage 3. Yeah, just... Or even you have Kog'Maw MF in the shop as well, if you don't want to play Caitlyn. Kog'Maw's there as well.
Honestly, I don't know what what went wrong there, but yeah, I totally agree that Sniper's backline was probably the best choice.
Because that, like, you don't have any damage. That's your main issue, right? Lacking damage.
Yeah.
So... But I do like the Zephyr Sweat. That's nice. Nice to see from Diamond 4.
Yeah, but I think I might have focused too much on the Zephyr and less on my comp, and that might be one of the issues there, because for sure... Well, because, I mean, in this current stage, would you sacrifice the 1 gold decon for MF and... I don't know, MF and GOG, so because I'm not sure if I can actually put in the bolt sniper with the NF gold to get 1 interest. Would it be worth it to?
Okay, you're selling Vex.
Oh yeah, I would say Vex.
TF.
Yeah. Okay, no, it would work. Yeah, no man.
Yeah. Okay. So you sell Vex and TF, and then you have enough.
Okay, yeah.
And you're definitely holding MF over fucking Quinn. Like, MF is like, we were talking about 2-cost, but MF is like the most broken 3-cost. Especially if you have infinite frontline, which you do.
Yeah.
You have infinite frontline, so then you need a good backline carry, which is MF. And you even have a Blitz, which is also broken with MF, because he just pulls more shit into her ulti. Here, you should have at least bought the Taric, checked out the spot. That's at least what I like to do. To know where the socialite spot is.
Yeah, I usually do that as well. Not exactly sure why I did not do that at this point in time, but yeah.
I think MF just shits on these guys, right? Because they all kind of clump up, so MF would just shit on this, yeah. I mean, you're at 20 gold, 90 HP, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but I have bad streak, I guess. Could have been better, for sure.
Yeah. Are we getting the Zyra, or at least considering getting the Zyra here?
I'm not really a fan of Zyra for some reason. Do you actually believe that she's good? Because I don't know,
Zyra's complete garbage. Zyra is complete garbage. I'm just considering 3 Syndicate. But
Oh, okay,
obviously you would lose Econ for it, so it's not worth it. Bramble.
But is 3 Syndicates worth it, though?
Not with this board. Not with this board. But if you 2-star something, then it can be. Like if you have a 2-star... If you have 2-star TF, 2-star Darius, then you do want Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another Zilean, which is obviously your next. Like, what are you playing next level?
Honestly, at this point, I have no clue.
So okay, Echo is the best unit here by far, but he has no synergies with your board, and you have a Clockwork and a Challenger in your shop. So Clockwork, Challenger.
Yeah.
You have a 2-star. I think your only 2-star is your Camille, right?
Yeah.
So maybe get something to enable her a little bit more.
Okay.
Just a thought. Also, the bow on Camille, I don't like it that much. Like, what is bow on Camille? What can it be? What items can it be?
Well, I did slam the bow just because I did not consider Camille as a unit, really. More as a transition. So that might be a problem right there.
Okay.
I don't know how long you should keep a Camille 2 in there. For sure, if I made the switch with Warwick, Zilean, and Echo, for example, with Scrap and Trundle or whatever, would have been better not to slam because I could put it on another carry. But I believe at this point I was thinking about selling the Camille for some reason.
Okay, Camille is...
I usually slam items when I'm sure I'm not gonna keep the unit for mid/late game.
Camille is a fast 7, if not a fast 8.
Okay.
She is super freaking strong. She's like the best tank in the game by far. Especially if you have, like, you can have Clockwork with her, you can have Challenger with her. Like, if you're playing a Yone comp, you're always keeping Camille, even level, like, until the end of the game. Like, with Yone, and if you have, like... So, what is better than Camille? Maybe, like, a 2-star Braum, 2-star Leona, a Jace, or something like that.
Okay.
But that's happening way later. So Camille is like one of the premier tanks. So you're always keeping her. And this is just like you're not. I don't want you to think about like several stages from now. But this is you now thinking about next round. Like you should level up on 3-2, and what the fuck are you playing on 3-2? So at least think about that. Right. So now you can level level up, and it's like, what the fuck, like. 2 Bruiser, 2 Arcanist, and a random Camille. But, like, Camille is the only 2-star, so... Okay, now we have Scrap. So, okay, so now you even fucked yourself, right? You can put the bow on Trundle.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you can put the tier there, but it's... Yeah.
Suboptimal, yeah.
But bow on Trundle can use most bow items, so... And you get... I'm glad you didn't learn your lesson. Like, this guy beat you previous stage. You still have nothing in the back to protect from assassins.
Yeah.
And like you need to learn how to play against assassins, especially now in this patch. Nice. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, that was a mistake for sure. 100%.
Bruisers are garbage. Bruises are garbage. Pandora's items. This is so broken. Like
I know what went wrong there. Because if I'm not wrong, there is 1 or 2 cat player in the lobby, so I did want to play a Trundle reroll, and then I saw was contested. So yeah, I think that's why I thought the Bruiser hurt.
But Bruisers are just so fake. Bruisers are... You don't want to play Bruisers.
Okay.
It's either Arcanist, Heart, or Pandora's items, but Bruisers, like... It's just flat HP. It's, like... Later in the game, it's really nothing. It's like 1 auto or 2 autos, or like... It's just like 1 extra tickle and your units die anyway, even if you have more Bruisers.
Okay.
Like, Bruisers are really good mid-game, but then they fall off. While Pandora's items are just so freaking good. Especially since you're kind of confused right now, right? I know Pandora's items make it even more confusing, but you get free reforges. It like kind of changes the game. So on the carousel, you don't have to go for an item you want. You just go for a 4-cost unit because you'll get any component anyway, and you don't have to waste the reforge. You just like sell the unit of the Zephyr if you don't want to keep the Zephyr, or if you don't want to keep whatever. Like, by the way, Pandora's items also would have let you slam Static Shiv, which is really strong early. So just like it gives you so many options.
Okay.
Like what is the other thing? I remember the Galaxy. You said you played in set 3 as well. Like the Galaxy, where when you sell your champions, your items break into components, right?
Yeah, like it's not Junkyard, but that's another
Scrapyard Galaxy, something like that.
Yeah.
And that was really, really good. So just like keep that in mind that this is kind of similar. You can do so much more with your items. And it's like this is obviously like the higher level play. It's not.
Yeah, for sure, I understand. Yeah,
it's not that simple.
I think the problem there is that I really tunnel vision on Trident reroll for some reason. But yeah, there's like this guy and I don't know. I don't know what's going on in my head at this moment, but yeah, for sure that.
I mean, you have Bramble plus Bow for Runans, so it's not terrible for trying to reroll. But it's I feel like you're kind of weak, kind of lost, and that's because like you didn't go for like an Innovator opener, or you didn't go for the Zillion with the Camille. It's just like you're not even playing upgrade. Like if most of the units were a 2-star, I would be fine with this. But like you have the Leon on a 2-star, so that's good. But it's like you have 2-star tanks, you don't have a real carry. So you could have rolled a little bit more on 3-2, if I'm honest, to find more direction. Or you're gonna have to roll on Wolves or after Wolves on 4-1 to find more direction. So those are your two options. So we have Cloak for what?
Hurricane. I think I was going for Hurricane because I was still in the mindset of going Trundle. Wouldn't say that that's the best choice there because there are still offensive components and I kind of like those, but yeah.
Like there's Giant Slayer, for example, which is way more flexible. You could have gotten Titans for Camille, but that would kill the bow. So it's not ideal, but it would help you win streak. Because like this is like committing you so fucking much, right?
Yeah.
Like Runans is only good on Yone and Trundle. Possibly.
At this point in time, I was going for Trundle, so in my head it was when I had Trundle 2, I just swapped the items, Sankami, and put it on Trundle. But yeah.
Okay.
I do understand why that's not the best decision for sure.
I mean, these fights are relatively close. Yeah, why did you not play the Samira actually? Over like the Vex, for example.
Because it was because of the Arcanist and the Scrap, but in the end...
No, but Vex is just Arcanist.
Yeah, but with the Ziggs, I mean...
But you have no backline damage. That is your main... Like, if you watch these fights, your front line is stalling forever, but then nothing happens.
Yeah.
So do you have like a sport you like? I can do a sports analogy if that helps.
I do understand what you mean, but if you want to do a sport analogy, you can go with football or something. I understand for sure.
American or European?
I follow both, so...
Okay, so it's perfect. American football. Like, you have the quarterback, right? And then you have, like, the guys who run, the catchers or whatever they're called. And then you have the tanks.
Yep.
So, like, if you have the blockers, that's what they're called. You have blockers, you don't have a quarterback, and you don't have the... Whatever the guys are called, the running backs, I think they're called. So it's like, you have a bunch of blockers. Have you seen a team succeed in American football where they have just the big guys without no like quick guys running around doing shit? Not really.
Yeah, definitely not.
So it's like, what are you blocking for? Or the same, I guess in soccer, I guess it's kind of similar. Like you have some big players that protect the smaller players, right? So it's like you're protecting, but what are you protecting? There's nothing to protect. So the way the fight plays out is you just stall, and then eventually they overwhelm you. That's it. Because there's no way for you to overwhelm them because you have no damage. So that's like the main issue. Like frontline, backline is just the easiest thing that's been around since I believe set 1. I started in set 2. Nice lift on the Katarina. Frontline, backline. So like obviously like assassin comps kind of don't have that much frontline either, but at least they jump and kill your carries. So like the only person you beat is the person who cannot kill your Bramble vs Caitlyn. And here, what should you buy here, by the way?
I'd say the cat just to hold it to.
Correct. Grief those fuckers. I always hold cat, and if I'm playing cat, what do you always hold?
Trundles.
Trundles, and more importantly,
not sure actually.
Vex.
Oh yeah.
Like 2-star Vex with Bramble just completely fucks your game. So like you should be holding Vexes if you're playing. Like you should be holding the counter units essentially. Okay, so let's slow this down.
There, I believe I roll a bit because.
And we're not using the hotkeys. Why?
I don't know. It really depends. I usually use them. Sometimes I do not. I'm not sure why actually.
Because like this is you don't have like your board is still garbage. You don't have time to like move your mouse around. You should be rolling faster.
Yeah.
So this looks like a relatively easy Urgot pivot. No? This is not an Urgot pivot? Okay. You sell your Trundle pair for... I have no idea why.
Looking back, I have literally no idea either. Not gonna lie.
But why are we not playing Urgot here? You have GA, you have Runans, and you might be able to build a Hodge, for example.
Well, that's a two-part answer. The first one is I was turning on Yone for some reason, and that's why I kept rolling to find a Yone. Why did I was turning on Yone? No idea.
Yeah, then that's like typical thing that happens in TFT. That you feel like the game fucked you. That you're like, where's my Yone? But there's a Urgot here, there's a Jhin here.
Yeah, and 2 game planks, and I do have a Brother Earth that's pretty good with Urgot usually because you wanna run Chemtex Brothers, right?
Yeah.
As a frontline. So yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Like what more do you want? Like the game is like, here you go, sir. You want a free top 4? Go for the free top 4. You're like, no, I want to make it hard. I want to hit a specific unit. By the way, the odds of hitting a specific forecast are
it's awful.
pretty atrocious, because it's 15%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can multiply it by 5 because there's 5, so it's like 0.75 to hit a forecast. Sorry, 0.75. What the? Oh shit, wrong. Yeah, so 0.75, but then there are, I believe, 12 forecasts or 11 forecasts. 11, I think. So, god damn it.
I'm not sure.
0.75 divided by divided by 11. Yeah. So those are your odds of hitting a specific forecast.
Yeah.
Just like this is like not ideal math. Obviously there's other math to do.
Yeah, but still.
But it's a 6 to 7% chance. 7% to hit a specific forecast. So like if you do it linearly, which is not ideal either, but you need at least 14 chops to hit a Yone, which is 30 gold.
Yeah.
But that's linear. That's like long. That's wrong thinking because you can roll 15 chops and not hit a Yone.
Yeah.
So it's like rolling for a specific forecast is almost always a grief, especially since you're like what you could have done. Like I don't mind you committing to Yone, but you just play the Urgot with what you have right now, and then get to 8, and then you can see if you 2-star the Urgot or 2-star the Jhin or 2-star the Yone. Okay?
Yeah, totally makes sense.
But you cannot just like decide you're playing Yone from this spot if you have 0 of them. Like
yeah, and at this point, just rolling is griefing myself, right?
oh, you pick up the Jhin, you pick up the Braum.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another Jhin? Did I? So that possibly could have been a 2-star Jhin, and that's a top 4, guaranteed top 4.
Oh, you think Jin's still good with all the Katarina players out there? I don't see him quite often now. Maybe like a few days ago I was on seeing Jins in my lobby, but...
Just box him in. It's about positioning.
Okay.
You box him in the corner. Like if there's a blitz, you have to put him in the second square here, and just put your tanks around him so they cannot jump on him.
Okay.
So like, what happened right now? Like what happened? Like this is where you fucked your game. So you were at what is this? 50 gold, 40. You're at actually 50 gold. So you're at 50 gold. Look at this board, right? That's you at 50 gold, and then we have this board, and that's you at 10 gold. Is there any difference between those two boards? Almost no difference, right?
Almost nothing, and I still hold the Urgot without playing it. It's...
But like, this thing is you spend 40 gold on nothing.
Yeah.
Which is like completely crazy. Like if you think of it from any kind of game or any kind of like life situation, like if you want to get somewhere in life and you spend $40, or like you spend half of your life savings, like half of the life savings in the game on nothing, then it's kind of a grief. Oh, we hit the Yone. Okay. Okay. Fuck it. This is not terrible. Why do you tier the? Don't you want to?
I'm not sure.
Don't you want to hodge on the Yone?
Oh, yeah, maybe. I think for some reason I was thinking of going Ridgeblade. Even if I guess...
But okay, so, by the way, Yone Comp right now, Yone Comp wants 6 challengers. So no Rageblade.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so Ridgeblade was only for Academy Yone, right?
So if you hadn't slammed the tier, you have a Hodge on Tahm Kench. You could have put
be a good standalone unit too, I guess.
Well, you have the Bruiser Heart anyway. You might as well utilize it a little bit. You can play 4 Bruisers. Like typically you're playing bodyguards, but like if you're playing Bruisers and you get a Tahm Kench, fuck it, you just play Tahm Kench, Mundo, and Zac. Like Zac is really good. Mundo's kind of an okay tank, and Tahm Kench is just broken. So you have that. Those are your 4 Bruisers. So like typically you want to play 6 Challenger. Maybe you can play 4 Challenger, 4 Bruiser with like list for Chemtech, and then you add in the Janna at some point as well. If I can do the math correctly, Janna would be your 8th unit, I think. Right? Yeah. So like there's so many good outs which you're just ignoring, and you're just tunnel visioning.
Yeah, for sure.
And then based on the tunnel vision, like you might be frustrated that you're not hitting anything, that the game is kind of griefing you. But it's like you griefing yourself rather than the game, not, oh my god, okay. What?
I
Wait.
kept bleeding out, so I kept rolling. I don't know what's your thoughts on this. But usually when I'm pretty low HP, so maybe like under 25 HP, I usually try to roll down to stabilize a bit.
Yeah.
But
Like this, I agree with. Yes, you fucked yourself, and you need to kind of unfuck yourself. But it's like what you did over here put you in this spot.
yeah,
So like
Yeah.
now you're kind of playing it the best you can, but you put yourself in this spot. And here
Yeah.
I think it's Jace over the second Braum, because the Bruiser gives a little. It's close. Maybe not. Maybe the Braum is better for the stun, so it's fine. This is fine too. But it's definitely Janna over Braum. Okay.
Jenna, what the second bro?
Janna over the second Braum. Yes, for
Okay.
Scrap and Enchanter.
And then and you keep the
Sorry, not-
Liz Morello in. Yeah.
Not
Okay.
not Scrap. You can keep Bliss in. Is Morello that bad, by the way?
Is Morello that bad? I mean, I feel it's good because you need anti-healing because pretty much every trait have healing in this set.
So
Well,
Morello on Braum is actually decent. And Zephyr is actually good at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Like, right now is when you should be sweating the most because you're fucked. And if you Zephyr their carry, you can turn the fight.
Okay.
So this
Who
is
would you
even
put
more of a
the-
grief.
Yeah. Who would you put the Zephyr onto?
Most likely
Move
Janna, because you can move her around.
Okay. Yeah,
Or-
so basically I should have kept the Lissandra with the Morello, replace the second one with Janna, and...
Or
put
like
the
you can just move
counters.
the Lissandra around.
Ah, yeah, true.
Like, instead of the second Braum, have the Lissandra. So that way you keep Scholar, Scholar is something, it's not completely useless. A Scholar works during ultis. So Yone, I think Yone is 100 mana or some shit like that. But it's his ulti is 5 seconds. So during those 5 seconds, he already has 10 mana after the ulti finishes. And then there's like
okay.
1 more second is 15. And then 2 more seconds. So after 8 seconds, he's already at 20 mana. Plus a few auto attacks. And it also stacks while he's dead in the GA state. So like, it's not terrible.
Okay.
And Lissandra's actually really good against AD carries. If there are any AD carries like Assassins, she reduces AD. So, and that's even list 1. Like the 40% reduction is on list 1 as well.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. You're trying to get... Oh, what? You saw the Janna pair?
Well, I took the Janna for the Janna pair, but I guess I tried to rebuild an Econ or something.
Like right now, like it's not that much about Econ anymore. You're just kind of doomed, but okay.
Yeah.
By the way, when are you playing these fuckers?
Yeah.
So wouldn't the Janna just be better, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because like you can play these guys if you level to 8 and then you can play 2 more challengers. But
Yeah,
that's
I need to
probably
level
not
to
happening.
8, and that's the problem right there.
You cannot go. So therefore, it's like, yes, it's unlikely to hit the Janna, but this is like completely useless.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
Okay, that was troll, I know.
No, but this is complete garbage already.
Yeah, because I really like binary airdrop, but as a third, I already
Because you already have
slammed,
items on
the-
your units, so you can't do that.
I went for Bruiser because I got the art and put it on Braum to make it a
Yeah,
little
it's-
bit more tanky.
I mean, from these options, yeah, you go for that. So there's another list. Oh my god. What? What?
Yeah.
That's-
Everything went wrong at this point.
That's Enforcer and... oh god. You can't... Oh my god. Like, if you had Yone 2, I would not be that upset. But this Yone is not that strong.
Yeah.
So you sold your Jace. Okay. Yeah. That just happened. Which gives you Enforcer. Which actually lets you kill something if you position properly. And by the way, Enforcer is really good against like 3-star Katarina, 3-star shit as well, because it usually it forces her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here you would enforce the Zac, so that way your Braum wouldn't get pulled. But yeah, you're somehow, some way, your Yone is pushing through. Okay, not really. Okay.
Yeah.
So you completely fucked up stage 4. Like,
Oh,
I know, like,
not only stage 4,
yeah.
but yeah, mostly.
But this was like a complete throw here.
Yeah.
Like spending whatever, like 50, 70 gold and getting this board is just. Instead of like, okay, fine, bruisers are not good, but you could have 4 or even 6 bruisers with Urgot. With these items, or you could have gotten a different item. And that would be relatively chill. And I think you at least, like, okay, maybe you don't get better than top 6 anyway, but I am very unhappy with the number of 1 stars you have on your board right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's hard to 2-star forecast on 7.
Yeah.
But I do, like, you do have to roll down. You do have to do it. Nice. Another Jace.
Skip the Jace. Yeah.
No, okay. So here, there's no point selling the Janna because you don't have enough gold to buy the Yone anyway, right?
Yeah, I guess at this moment I was just a bit tilted because
Okay.
I did not find what I was looking for, but does not make sense really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found other things, but exactly, you were not looking for other things. You were tunnel visioning.
Yeah.
So you don't tunnel vision like this. Like, that's like the main issue. Oh, nice. This
Also,
guy's holding your Yones. That's good. That's nice of him. So his board is kind of garbage, but the fact that he's holding your Yones is helped him a lot. Like, you could have smacked him way harder if you had Yone 2-star by now. I'm surprised that people are griefing you at this elo. Interesting. I mean, you griefed yourself way more than they are, but like...
yeah, for sure.
That's typically why people don't grief each other, because they usually grief themselves. No offense, but like that's kind of what happens in Diamond and lower.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I'm here. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad you're laughing at this and you can see what's happening.
Yeah. Well, just rewatching the game afterwards is an experience for sure.
Oh wow! Fuck. So there's our 8th. Yeah.
Yep.
So any more questions regarding this?
Not really. I think there were 2 turning points, like really early. Well, round 2 was pretty much questionable decisions for sure.
Yeah.
And 4-2 was a disaster. But yeah. No, I think it makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Okay, so we still have time. So if you have another VOD you want to go over, or we can go over like my VOD from last night, like any game, just to discuss my thought process, if that would help you, for example.
Yeah, why not? Actually, I do not have any other VOD uploaded right now, so might be interesting to go over one of your VODs.
So you tell me the game. So I know my games pretty well yesterday, but you can pick which game you want to see. There's six tournament games, so just pick a number between 1 and 6.
Let's go for the 4th one.
4th one. Okay, I don't even know exactly what game that was,
well,
so
whatever. Just a game, random one. It doesn't matter really.
There's a lot of downtime.
Yeah. What
Because-
tournament was it, by the way?
This is for EU qualifiers to Worlds.
Oh, okay.
But this is like the
Yeah.
open tournament to get to the other tournament to get to Worlds. No, this is like there's like a few more tournaments.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah. I only see the NA ones because
Yeah.
that's my region. That's why I was wondering because I do not think there was any on EU on NA this weekend. So.
maybe not. But like if you're friends with some French guys, they're definitely playing in this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
By the way, this game I was already 3-3-1, so I knew I qualified. So I needed to play 3 more games. So I was
Okay.
kind of like chilling and inting, but because my chat was telling me to play Ziggs 3, so I'm like, fuck it, Ziggs 3. So why not?
Okay, so you did play Zig 3?
No. You'll see.
Okay. What's your thoughts on 6 hurdles, by the way?
It's mostly a bait. So what would you get here and why?
I'd go for Singe and double Caitlyn.
Okay.
Because Caitlyn 2 is pretty strong and Singe is, annoying to play against and pretty good CC.
And why is it not Twitch?
Twitch sucks.
Twitch Twitch does not suck, but I have a death cap.
Ah, yeah, true.
So if I didn't have double rod, I would consider, like if I had 80 items, I still get them.
Okay.
So yeah, here I think it's obvious that it's Celestial, right?
So for sure.
Yeah.
I don't honestly. I don't know what I'd take there. Is Celestial that good?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind the decision? What's the decision?
For Celestial,
Yeah.
it's the most
I
flexible.
get that Trail of the Hunt does not really scale well, but second one was Sunfire Board. Is it not good anymore, or
Sunfire Board is decent. I'm not saying Sunfire Board is bad, but Celestial is just. I don't know. I like the healing a lot,
Okay.
and like Sunfire Board is balanced now. Like it's okay, but it's like 8 seconds and it's 20%. It's not that great. It's okay, but it's not super strong anymore.
Okay.
So what is my board here, by the way? What should my board be?
For this round or for 2-1?
For getting ready for 2-1.
I personally get the Singe in the shop just to get the potential for Singe 2. Not really a fan of Ziggs, so wouldn't take the Ziggs 2. Although, I mean, can be strong, but it's a bit unreliable. Not exactly sure what I'd play there. Maybe Ziggs with Swain to get Arcanist 2, then Caitlyn and Vite, so you get a bit more front line and.
Fuck
carry
yeah!
back.
Took you about as long as me to figure it out. So now I'm playing the units that I want to keep. That's also important.
Yeah, so you can sell stuff.
Yeah. And there it is, as you were saying. Like,
Okay, and you have Trundle also, so you can do. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was wondering why you were going Ilario over Vi, but yeah. Okay. Alright.
and then I'm like, I don't want to make the Archangels. I'm scared. I wasn't sure what would happen if I slam that. If like I keep the Archangels or not. So yeah. So this is like my strongest board, right? So now I want to make this board stronger. So that's kind of my main aim.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that by adding stronger things. So here I could possibly level up, but I'm like, okay, 10 gold is more important.
Okay. Did you go for the 10 gold because you thought the lobby was weak enough to win streak and keep the 10 gold, or was it just because you were confident on your team?
I was more confident in the team because I have a death cap, which is a lot of damage. I have a Caitlyn, which is a lot of damage, and 10. Like, I don't have anything that amazing to put in. Like, I can put in a Tristana, I can put in a Zac, but I don't feel I would get that much stronger. I could put in a TF. Like, I don't think I get that much stronger.
Okay.
So if I had a really good unit to put in, then maybe. But it's like if I had a Vex or a Swain, maybe it would be better. But there's nothing that amazing to put in. So like 10 gold is the most reliable play in my opinion here.
Okay. What's your thoughts on Zac, by the way?
Zac is a really good unit. He's like an Aatrox from set 4, so he's good.
Okay.
He's probably like one of the best brawlers and like one of the best utility units.
Okay, because there I believe I would have leveled up and put the Zac in.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that would be.
By the way, not to sound too harsh, but this is like a relatively easy lobby because it's only like Master and GM players. Because the Challenger players already qualified for next weekend, so I'm just playing with the leftover guys. So that's why I'm playing a little bit differently because they're like the lobby isn't as strong essentially.
Okay.
Compared to what I'm used to on ladder. So.
Yeah, understandable.
So I can take bigger risks. So like this is ideal, like win streaking while staying on lower level. And now I have the Swain, right? As I was saying, Swain. So that's why I level for Swain. Because I know like Swain is a good frontline unit. He works reasonably well, so leveling for Swain makes sense. Leveling for anything else.
Yeah, you just level up when you have an immediate upgrade, I guess.
Yeah, like a reasonable upgrade, exactly. Because the reason I don't want Zac too much with this is because he can pull shit away from the Ziggs ult, which would make me tilt.
Okay, I understand.
Compared to MF, like MF ult in a bigger AOE, Ziggs, like the bomb is very unreliable. So here I think it's we buy Zac, right?
Yeah, that's what I do at least.
So Vex is stronger than Swain, but it's 2-star TF, so we play the TF. And now it's like I'm a little confused, like if I should play this or that. So what do you think is the strongest? Do you think this is the strongest or not?
I'm not sure actually. I personally would put Swain and Zac in. Although, Although I'm not sure if.
But Swain and Zac, you lose Brawler and you lose Enforcer.
Oh yeah, I did forget about Enforcer.
So I got a little dizzy as well. I think this is strongest because it's like 2-star 1 costs, good 2 costs with synergies like Scrap, Bruiser, Enforcer, and then a 3-cost unit. This could be Zac potentially. This could be Zac, but I think the Vex Shield is better than the Zac, specifically with Ziggs, so he doesn't pull something away from Ziggs. Because if Ziggs starts targeting something and Zac pulls it away, I'm gonna rage. So.
Understandable. Is there a wall there you sell the Quinn to get the Katarina? Just a contest? Or?
Sure, yeah.
Just wondering because you had the possible.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying fuck Katarina players most likely in voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have made that play. Because that's a top 4 play. That is a top 4 play.
I mean, I do like to push levels aggressively off curve when I win streak, but I usually struggle to win streak early, so I don't do it often. So yeah.
Because this
Unless
is
they
like
literally give me a strong starter, I usually get dizzy and not sure what unit to put in, like we saw in the replay. So yeah, but the decision makes sense to me.
so. If I did it after carousel, it's way better for my econ. But here I'm just like, okay, I want to get another free top 4. I need another free top 4 to secure my tournament. Like I'm most likely gonna play in the tournament today. At this point, but I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's go for a free top 4. So 4 Arcanist, and it just like I think I would have beaten him anyway, but it just feels good. And also the thing is, the important thing is to keep in mind is you do more damage to other players, so it just pressures the lobby.
Yeah, and you might lose on some econ, but you save on HP, so.
No, but I'm saying I probably would have won anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. What would be the decision you would make on ladder then? Do the same or?
Of course, ladder is ladder. You want as many top 4s as possible.
Okay.
By the way, you saw me roll here, right? Which is also insane.
Yeah, I definitely would not do that.
But I had 4 pairs.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So I'm like, okay, I need to guarantee this win here. So I'm like, fuck it, let's guarantee the win. So this is like, I'm showing this game. It's good. It's a good game because it's kind of like an extreme. It's the opposite extreme of what you were doing. I'm just like win streaking as much as I can.
Yeah.
And then I contemplate Jhin for MF, so I lock for that. And guess what? I lose. Even with the Shroud, even with everything, I think I lose. I know I lose the round at some point. Was it this? Maybe it wasn't this round. Then I unlock it, and I'm like, actually, maybe I should lock it. I do lose this round. Oh, because of the random fucking GA. Oh, this is so frustrating. Yeah, the random fucking GA. So yeah, that was. But now it's like, okay, now I need to play a real comp. Sorry, sir? What were you saying?
Did you lock your shop or not?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay.
I locked, then I unlocked, then I locked, then I unlock.
Yeah, I wasn't sure yet.
So yeah, high IQ Intellectual was upset about the Ziggs. I wasn't reading chat at the time, but you can see it now.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Ziggs, honestly.
It wasn't his fault. It was the random fucking GA though that was frustrating.
Yeah, but there's a lot of time that Ziggs just grief your match and
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
not exactly sure why they change it.
Just so it's some flavor, I guess.
Yeah. False flavor. I don't know.
But would you consider this board? Like, I was pretty proud of myself for playing this. Like, Sniper, Bruiser, and a random Ziggs because Ziggs is a really good tank.
Yeah, I'd play Sniper there, I guess, because you got Jhin and MF is pretty insane with those items. But I'm not sure I'd go for 4 snipers, honestly. I always was told that 4 snipers was a bait, so not sure what's your thoughts about that.
You'll see. It's like I play it while it's strong. Okay, why is 4 sniper good? Because I have, like right now, I am. Oh, by the way, that roll was a bit of a grief. I rolled way too late. So the reason why 4 sniper is good right now is because you see the Vex, like they cannot kill my Vex.
Okay.
So 4 sniper is good if you have enough frontline. The reason why it's garbage is because you cannot have enough frontline with 4 sniper. Like frontline and utility. So thanks to 4 sniper, MF just completely melts everything. Like it's not even close. Like these guys are doing so much damage. But after a while, once this shit falls off, I start taking out the snipers. And you see my economy is kind of okay. And I'm sweaty as fuck because the tournament is hard. As you can see. I sweat during TFT games when I play like in important matches. Yeah. That's literal sweating.
That's understandable. Yeah.
I'm surprised like how intense some of these games are. But look, like right now, you see how strong 4 sniper is actually.
Yeah.
But it's because.
But that's only because you got a strong front line, I guess.
Yep, because I have Vex, and that's one of the things. Like knowing how strong Vex is. Like Vex is just a fucking busted unit. So here it was just debatable, like holding the Janna or not holding the Janna. But I think I said if I win I hold, if I lose I don't hold. So I lose, so I don't hold.
Okay.
Because fucking Warwick. And that's the power of fucking On Guard. It was so, like he disarmed everything one by one. Disarmed. 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 Like, it was so tilting.
Is Warwick carry actually playable or not? I don't see it a lot, honestly.
According to Mortdog, apparently it is. Mortdog says it is. Like, reroll Warwick, Lysandra, and
Zac, I think.
Zac or I guess that would make sense. Quinn or something like that as well. Like another challenger, you reroll with it.
Yeah. Yeah, Quinn would make sense because Samira sucks now.
Samira doesn't suck that much, but you don't need more damage if you're playing Warwick carry, right? Samira is a damage. You want damage unit. You want utility.
Yeah.
So here I got the Trap Claw just to prevent myself from that shit happening. I had to slam an item. So now it's like, okay, so now I'm recovering my econ, right? So this is ideally what you want to happen. Like, obviously I went 7 super early, but you want to go to 7. You want to either like stabilize or not bleed, and then you go to 8.
Okay.
Which you kind of completely fucked yourself on 7, so you could never go 8. But I would presume that in some of your games you do go 8.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't often go 9 though, but
neither do I. That's a luxury.
Yeah. If I hit something like level 8, bit early with some econ and over, I don't know, 75 HP, I can consider go 9, but usually I don't. Because most of the time I go 9, I just don't hit really anything, so...
Well, you need to 2-star your board, essentially.
Yeah, but even with a 2-star board, if I go for, like... I'm level 8, I have 2 Jinx with 2 item on her, and I don't know, I run a Brawler frontline with Rigot and some Blade Master in there, back twin shot. And like I go to 9 and just to bleed out and not find the 3rd Jinx, so I don't know. Not often in it.
You can, yeah, it's like mathematically you're probably gonna hit her more on 8 than going 9. But you can add more strong units like another Jace or Yuumi or stuff like that. It's about the extra slot, usually. And it depends how much gold you have. Like, you need to have a lot of gold because you need to level up to 9 and have, like, some gold to actually use. Because if you just go 9 and have, like, 10 gold, then it's useless.
Yeah, I think that's my mistake there. I usually go 9, but I'm like, I have 10, maybe 10 gold left, so I can't buy anything, really.
So, what is it here?
With your comp, I'd say... Do you really want to commit with snipers?
I don't, but the other options are complete garbage.
Oh, you don't have Ascension? I thought Ascension was pretty good. Well, as a first augment, yeah.
Okay, we can watch how many fights last more than 15 seconds.
Okay.
Like, weak spot is bad because I don't have AD damage. So, like, here it's Sniper's Nest, but I wanted to play Victor or Kai'Sa carry with those items. But with these augments, it just, yeah, I got locked into snipers.
Okay, so you get the immediate augment, the immediate, don't know what to say. I'd say augment, but, power boost, I guess.
Yeah. But I was thinking about going Kai'Sa or Victor to win the lobby.
Okay.
But since I got this, I'm like, okay, fuck it. That means I'm probably just gonna top 4. Because being able to get Kai'Sa 2 or Victor 2 of these items would be completely insane. Like, even better than MF3, to be honest. But yeah, you can see now with sorry about that.
What?
With real frontline, 4 snipers is garbage.
Is it me or the guy you just faced was way too strong for 4-5? 4-6?
He was a bit strong, but he's 0 gold, level 8.
Yeah, but he still hit the Jace 2, I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
Jace 2, Ariana 2, Gen 2.
Not bad. Not bad. But I mean, yeah, this is kind of what you can expect that people spike. But, so here I can level on 5 too, because I'm greedy and I have enough gold and HP. That's like a luxury. And yeah, I'm just trying to, like, right now I'm a bit confused because I'm like, okay, what do I pivot? What is the board? Do you know the board for snipers, by the way?
I do not actually.
So it's Braum, Leona, Janna, Orianna, Jhin, MF, Jace, and like another, like a Yuumi or something, ideally.
Oh, I thought you would say Seraphine for the attack speed boost, but yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
She
on
works
Jhin,
too,
really.
but it's hard to place her.
Okay.
And the socialite spot is not in the best spot. Or you can play
Yeah.
also like enchanters, like socialites. But it depends. This was complete bullshit. I got lucky with the trap claw, but I felt so bad that I logged his blitz while he lifted my MF. So I think here I get baited. I'm not sure if I actually hit. So there's the Kaisa, yeah. But I already got baited by the snipers.
Would Kaisa be better though?
Kaisa
not
2 is
entirely
better
sure.
than MF. But I'm getting MF 3, so.
Okay.
And I roll fucking slowly because I'm old. Like, yeah. I should have rolled way, way, way more. But the Tom Kench helped a little bit. Just to delay this guy. That was the guy who disarmed me before. And who was at 100 HP. See, these fuckers are making fun of me. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So, do you keep Vex till the end, or?
Okay, what do I put in instead of Vex? If you tell me what to put
The
in.
only thing I'd have in mind was Jace, but...
But
not even
how
sure
many
if that's
Jaces do
better.
I have?
Yeah, and you don't, obviously, but yeah, I'm just... I'm just wondering at what point you wanna replace Vex. I mean, what would be better than Vex?
Braum and
I guess
Leona.
the answer is Jace.
Braum, Leona, Jace.
Braum, Leona?
But that's the cool
but,
thing.
I mean, that's more than one unit.
Yeah, Braum and Leona as frontline.
Okay.
Like, and I have a random Tom Kench. Like my board is like that's the cool thing. Why I'm glad I'm showing you this game, because I'm having relatively good success with just powerful units, and I'm transitioning kind of slowly, right? Like I'm not hitting everything I want to hit. There's a Seraphine. There's a Jace. So Jace goes in.
Is there any scenario that Jace backline is good?
Yeah, I play one of my sniper games. I play him in backline because I have a two-star Brahms and a Leona.
Okay.
So I backline him for additional damage with the Jhin because I had very little damage that game.
Okay.
But like you can see that like my comp is still not done, but half of the lobby's dead, and that is like the ideal situation. I'm still not like my comp is still not where I want it to be. I'm still looking for Braum and for Leona over Tom Kench and Vi. And this is a mistake. I shouldn't have sold it. Like there were 2 stars. I got weaker obviously. But at least I made 10 gold, but I got weaker. So maybe I could have killed this guy. But I don't think I beat him, but I maybe think I don't take as much damage. So
Yeah,
that
at
was
this point, do you
Yep.
think you should consider gold over HP, or because I feel
no,
that's the
no.
opposite?
As I'm saying, that was a mistake.
Okay, okay.
I should have kept the Tom Kench to eat shit, and I should have kept the Vex 2. Even though I wouldn't have any econ, it would have been better. That's why I'm pointing it out. Like I think like I'm a better coach than player because like sometimes my plays are a bit questionable as well. Looking back,
Well, I mean, I feel it's gonna be the same for pretty much everyone. It's much easier to spot the good and bad decisions afterwards. 'Cause
Yeah.
you have more things to think about in game, and you often get dizzy, I guess.
it's more about like getting less and less dizzy the higher LP you are.
Yeah, overall, I guess it's practice.
So there you go. That this guy has Ascension, so it did help him.
Yeah,
he has a GA.
because he had Jinx and GA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I find Ascension pretty useful early on, like first augment, when you have a lot of frontline and really no backline, and hey, I guess that I do that a lot and might be a baddie. But
Yeah, I mean, if you have a lot of frontline, yeah, then it's fine. And yeah, selling the Vex was a grief because like I'm still weaker than if I had the Vex. By the way,
okay.
it could have just been Vex and Swain to be honest, instead of the one star bodyguards.
Is Swain that good?
Swain is a tank. Swain is a tank,
Okay.
and Swain is fuck, what is it called? Arcanist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I just bleed out slowly. And here it was probably TG. I wasn't too sure about the TG. I'm not happy that he got the TG to be honest. But that guy is just winning the lobby. There's nothing we can do about that. So you see I stopped rolling at 3 gold because I know like even if I hit the Braum now I cannot afford to buy it.
Yeah, that's something I do a lot. Just roll and then lock the shop if I find something. But
And that's
usually
2 gold
that's
wasted.
suboptimal. Yeah.
So I was surprised that this guy was able to Zephyr me. And then there's just a few rounds where I get shit on by the other guy. That's about it. Nothing much else to see here. Like I try to outplay him with the Zephyr, and he tries to outplay me, and then I outplay myself because I'm like he's gonna swap, so I'm not gonna swap, and then he doesn't swap, and I don't swap, and then I get Zephyr like every fucking round, and I'm just like, oh god damn it. But yeah, like I would probably play this a little differently on ladder. So like it took me a full stage, I believe, a stage and a half, after selling Vex to actually find Braum to Leona 2.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess you would keep the Vex until you get the Braum too?
Yeah, or at least Leona 2. Because I had 1-star Tom Kench, right? So it's like at least Leona 2.
And I guess Tam Kench has a chance to spit out gold and items, so yeah.
I mean, if you don't feed him,
I mean-
not really, but the important thing is he eats a unit.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
this,
for example, that fight just to eat the Jace would be great, I guess.
yeah. But this is like this board is just too capped.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I take the second place here. So it's kind of a different. This was like a kind of opposite game of what you showed me, but it was like good tempo game, right?
Mhm.
So I played for a lot of tempo, and I think I switched it up as soon as I lost on. Was it 3-3? I think yeah, 3-3. I lost. That's when I fell back on Econ.
Okay.
And that's what I feel like you should be trying to play every game. Be as aggressive as possible. And when that fails, fall back on Econ. But if you're Econing from the start, it's kind of like you're losing HP from the beginning. And then if you don't get a good mid-game comp, you lose more HP. And then if you don't get a late-game comp, you're dead. Which is kind of like what happened in your game.
Yeah, I usually go for a lost streak early on if I do not feel confident in my starter. And I think that's one of the things that grieved me a lot, because, I mean, I guess that even if you do not win streak early, you can still save some
No.
HP
Lost
if
streaking
you
is
try to
fine,
get
but
this board, yeah.
what do you do after you lost streak? That is the most important thing.
Yeah. If you do not hit anything, or you do not want to hit that, you, like in my game, if you do not want to play what you hit, well, I guess you just go away. Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like you lost streak, and when do you stop lost streaking? What do you do? Because there you can lost streak, but it's very specific the way you play it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know the answer, or do you want me to tell you the answer? That's what I'm asking.
When do you switch? Well, I guess it depends on what comp you're going for. Like,
what comps can you go for? Yeah, there you go. What comps can you go for?
Depends on your items. Depends on what you find in shops, I guess. A comp when I get the opponent for that I like to pretty much open fort with is the Protector reroll with Kog'Maw, Caitlyn, and Chitura.
Okay.
That's one that I usually lost streak in, and I do roll a bit with just before after cards before hitting 5 to get for a bit of one cost and stabilize a bit, and then I usually go all in the comp and roll down a bit. Well, slow roll for a while, and then when I get under, I don't know, 40 HP, then I roll a bit to. But yeah, I pretty much rolled out to get the things. But yeah.
So it's these things: 1 cost, 2 cost reroll comps only.
Okay.
So it's the protectors, the cat, the Trundle. Possibly, apparently, there's a Warwick comp going around. So these comps.
Okay.
Maybe like, but I'll put it in brackets like Samira Imperial, maybe.
Okay.
But typically it's for 2 cost or 1 cost carries. So yeah. So like if you're open forting or lost streaking, if you're at let's say 50 to 60 HP on 3-2, right? You need to most likely, like, you're either level 5 or level 6 if you're going for a 2 cost reroll. And you need to hit, I'd say, like 4 out of 6 2 stars. So you might drop to like 30 gold, for example. 30 or 20 gold.
Yeah.
And then you can econ back up, and then you kind of slow roll for 3 stars. So it's either slow roll for 3 stars, or like then you can go 7 and 8. But you need to roll down on 3-2. That's the key thing.
Okay.
Like, there are some people I saw at Worlds, and like now that what you can do is you roll down at 3-5, level 7, like after Carousel. But 3-5, level 7, I think you only have like 30 gold tops. Probably more like 20 gold. And rolling 20 gold on 7 just doesn't do much for you. So that's why I recommend going for 1 cost or 2 cost reroll comps. If you're gonna lost streak. Because you kind of didn't lost streak properly. You're kind of like win a few, lose a few, and you were already low HP on 4-1. And you could have, like, that's, I think I mentioned it during the session, I'll just reiterate, like, rolling on 3-2, you should have rolled on 3-2. I think I did say it, like, that you should have rolled on 3-2 to actually stabilize a bit. Because right now, I think you want to roll on 6 and then on 8, ideally. Like, maybe a little on 7, but ideally you want to roll on 6 to get a good mid game board, and then you roll on 8 to get a good late game board, and you have to like maybe roll a little bit on 7 to get some upgrades. But I think in my game, or in most of my games, I skip the level 7 roll down, right? Because I push 7 quickly. I'm pretty sure I pushed 7 like a madman here. And then I rolled a little bit here to get stronger, and I'm like, okay, lost, so fuck it. And then I just econ up.
Okay.
So then I'm just like econing my way back up, and then I go to 8. So like, yes, I'm losing HP a little bit. Like, this board is not the best, but then I get to 8, and then on 8 I can actually get the proper power spike I need. I mean, obviously I didn't get hit my Broms and Leonas on time, I roll like a fucking old man, but eventually I get to where I want to get. But if I had gotten stuck on 7, there's no way I can top 2. Stuck on 7. So like I was actually finally happy on 7-1. 7-1 I'm actually happy with this board. Yeah. Except the guy is way, way stronger, but like this board I think is okay on 7-1.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And if I fucking move the MF, if I ever manage to move, because like he never moved the blitz, so I never moved the MF. I'm like, okay, he's gonna try to move it, and he never does.
Yeah, it's just.
So just mind games here with the blitz, but yeah, his board is too strong. Like with the Jinx 2, with the Tahm Kench 2, the Jace 2.
Well,
and,
his board is pretty capped, right?
Ascension as well. Yeah, it's hella capped. He even has a scrap spatula for, I believe, for scrap. Yeah, 6. Oh yeah, 6 scrap. Shit. So the shield is also insane. Oh, so that's how you play it. So he has 6. So he has Ascension, and he has 6 scrap. Look at the fucking shield.
Oh yeah, and he has so many items with that also.
Yeah, good items and a bunch of GA. So this is how you can play Ascension. Like you have to like kind of build around Ascension so to make sure your team survives the 15 seconds. And like after 15 seconds, he destroys me.
I mostly tried to play Ascension with Darkstar mutants, but not sure if that's good, really.
But I mean, you are multiplying when like you're already fucking strong and you multiply that. The thing is with Darkstar mutants, you just want a lot of shit dying quickly, right?
Yeah, true.
So I don't know like how you can stall that out. Like you don't have that much stall. Like you want Ascension when you can stall. That's kind of.
Well, I really like Gunblade on Mazar, but not sure if it's a gimmick or actually good, honestly.
Yeah. I preferred with Woodland. With Woodland, I won. I won yesterday with Woodland because it's just super strong.
Okay. Is there any augments that you take on 1-4 that locks you into account, even if it's too OP? Well, let me reformulate that. Is there any augments that you would take that force you into account, but is so much strong that you don't really care? Like, I don't know, Innovator Earth? I see a lot of people going for that early on, even if they do not have any Innovators, just because they can go for the Expect Break.
So what do you think is the strongest one?
I have no clue actually. I've seen a lot of people going for either Soul or Emblem, Mercenary and Innovators that kind of lock you in a con, but...
Okay, Mercenary is by far the strongest if you know how to play it.
Okay.
Because the econ you get is just super, super good.
Mm-hmm.
So Mercenary definitely is the best. Innovator is pretty good. Let's go to Mobalytics. And we have TFT. And do you know where it is, or you don't? There we go.
I pretty much use Meta TFT instead. So
okay, yeah. So here are all of them. Academy, Bait, Arcanist, can be okay. Ascension is decent as we mentioned. Assassin depends if you want to force Katarina. Body Hard Bait, Bruiser Bait. Build differently. Build differently is really good.
Yeah, I'm currently learning about Build Different because I have fairly good success with early and late game, but my mid game is a bit more shallow. So yeah.
But I think that's more overall of you not playing much for the mid game, right?
Yeah, that might be that, because early on I feel it's quite easy to use Build Different, and late game also, when you get stuff like Jinx and Kai'Sa, for example, is pretty damn good. But it's the in-between that I cannot struggle with, but I believe it's pretty much in all my games, honestly.
So you either reroll You can reroll some units for build differently, or the easiest way is just keep replacing units. So you're playing Darius 2, and then you replace Darius 2 with Leona 2. And then you replace that with Brom 2. And you're playing Caitlyn, then you replace Caitlyn with MF. And you can replace MF with Jhin. And you're playing, I don't know, Illaoi, then you replace Illaoi with Zac, and stuff like that. So, like, you're always trying to have the best unit, like Vex, and Darius, and Camille, and MF. And, like, yeah, just the strongest unit from each trait.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Right? Like, you need to know what the strongest unit is and just play that. Calculated loss, that is probably the best. Like, it's so strong. The 2 gold and 3 shot refresh.
Force illusory with that.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Celestial is fine. Challenger, depends if you want to force it. Chemical, I think, is garbage now. Chemtech, yeah. So none of these are actually that good. Dominance, as I mentioned, like, can be okay. Duet is a bait usually unless you already have a Taric. It's a bait.
Yeah.
Because you won't get Socialite for a while. Enchanters are kind of decent. I haven't really played them much. Yeah, Enforcer can be okay, but I don't think it's that great. These are all personal opinions, by the way. All personal opinions.
Yeah.
On guard.
4 Enforcer is bugged, right?
I'm not even sure. I don't play that much.
Well, or that
Might be.
on the block, but I'm not sure.
On guard is okay. Like if you're going challengers, I think it's better than Challenger Heart. It's close though. It depends if you're rerolling challengers, then you want Challenger Heart. If you're playing Warwick, then you want On Guard. Exiles is standard. Featherweight is good for reroll. First aid, it's typically not good early. Hyperroll is extremely strong because you just power level. Like imagine if I had Hyperroll that game where I was insane and went 7, like I would still be getting 2 extra gold per turn. So Innovator's good.
I've also seen some people stacking forecast on their bench and just selling at 30 plus for creeps and then going back to a full bench and re-rolling all.
Yeah, you can do lots of cool things with it, definitely. Item grab bag. This if you're playing assassins or if you're playing Urgot or challengers, all good. Makeshift is kind of okay, but like again at the start it's not amazing. Mercenary is OP. Mutant obviously if it's Darkstar or Woodland can be good. This is the fucking biggest bait I've seen ever. Like I haven't had success with it. It might be good in some comp, but like syndicates are so garbage. This I think is really really strong as well, which you ignored. To actually like reroll items, it's really really good. It's higher skill cap, but it's really good. That's 40 front line is fine. This is usually a bait. Protectors, you want the protector spat, not heart. Scholars can be okay. Scrap, I'm not sure. Self repair is really really powerful if you have the innovation. Snipers can be good again, like depending on what you have. Sniper's Nest is really strong though. You don't need to have Sniper's active for Sniper's Nest, by the way. So if you
don't know that.
Well, I mean, it says snipers gain 8%, right? So it's any sniper.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with the twin shot one. Like twin shots can their abilities can whatever rebound or some shit like that. You don't need you don't need to have twin shot active. So So like this is 8% is way better than the 4%. Like this is 2 sniper, right? I think. Yeah, this is 2 sniper. So like if you just play MF or Jhin with this, and it's so fucking strong. Like I didn't even need to play. I played the Jhin for Clockwork and I had some items on him the last game. I could have potentially cut the Jhin too, actually with Sniper's Nest.
Yeah.
So small, that's fucking amazing. If you're gonna play Yordles, like this is like you cannot play Yordles without this, essentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna force Yordle if I get this on 1-4.
Yeah.
If not,
because
for the troll.
you just play a few enchanters with your Yordles, and
Mhm.
AD can't really like AD. You have dodge for AD, and then you play some enchanters, and yeah, your Yordles are fucking great. Stand Behind Me, you can't pick it as a first augment, but it can be decent in a AD heavy lobby. Stand United is usually garbage. Syndicate usually garbage. This is the same as Celestial. In my opinion, it's a little bit weaker, but that's debatable. Underdogs, if you're playing like Cho'Gath or any sort of Colossus, is really good.
Mhm.
If mutants are good, this is good. And Weak Spot, it's kind of decent. Yeah. But you don't want to be picking like the bait ones like Protector Heart or Runic Shield or even like Scholar Heart, Scrap Heart. Like these kind of Scholar Heart, probably not. Scholar Heart is more flexible. But like the ones that kind of bait you into something like Sniper Heart, you have to play snipers, right? Or you should play snipers for the heart. So like the only one would be, I guess, Innovators good and Mercenaries good. But the other ones are kind of bait. So they bait you into something. So you wanna beware of that.
All right.
Okay, has that covered everything, or do you have anything else, sir?
Believe that's all. I do not have any more questions. That answered a lot of things.
Perfect. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you learned something, and I hope you'll keep in touch. Take care.
Yep, for sure. Have a good one. Thanks.
Bye bye.